Hi there, welcome back to Xforce Collectibles. I'm Chris.
And I'm Malachi.
So if you like our videos, give us a subscribe down at the bottom and like and comment. Tell us what you think we might be able to change. So what we're going to talk about today, so you see lots of reviews out there on the big expensive, Sideshow XM statues. We did one on the Superman Rebirth, right? So
right up there.
So what we're going to talk about today is some of the ones you can just pick up at your local comic book stores. So like ours, Phantom Zone Comics, they're here in Everett, Washington. What they do is they have a big wall just full of these statues, right? So they're just
got this one.
Yeah, they're smaller scale. They're that's actually where we've got all of them. And so so they retail right around $50. And they're PVC, so they're plastic. They look cool, but they're not. The detail's not completely there like on some of them. The paint jobs aren't completely there on some of them. You'll see that in some of the pictures we'll put up, and we'll show you a little closer. It doesn't mean they're not cool.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty amazing.
Yeah, I actually like quite a few of them. There's a couple there that we're looking at. Like there's a Venom. There's a Venom one that looks really good.
We might do that one sometime.
Yeah. There's a Harley Quinn. There's a Dark Knight Returns one that has Batman and Robin in there. Yeah. So we'll just go through here.
The Girl Robin.
What's that?
The Girl Robin.
Yeah, the Girl Robin. Yeah, and it's just a cool one. And that one's like $70. There's a couple of them. They're like $150, stuff like that. So it varies, but they're right around. They're usually right around $50, and they're pretty impressive for what you get. So yeah. It's a good entry.
Right? It's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So we have a couple of different ones. We've got Dawnbreaker here, right? So
Diamond City, I believe.
Diamond Select.
Yeah, Diamond Select.
Diamond Select. He's a Diamond Select statue. So we'll talk about these each individual. But it's Dawnbreaker. He's from the Darkest Night comics.
Night Metal.
Yeah, we've got Reverse Flash, and this one's actually from the TV series, right?
Yep.
And then we have the Uncanny Xforce Deadpool edition. So it's a little bit of a different one. So we'll talk about that as well. So. Which one do you want to talk about first?
I say we go with Deadpool.
Okay. First, Deadpool, right? So if you watched our Uncanny Xforce Omnibus review, we kind of showed you him a little bit in here. There's a couple pictures that we'll put in here and everything.
Yeah, some scenes of him in the comics.
Uncanny Xforce version, he's got the black and the gray instead of the red and the black.
Yeah.
This is the, what did we read? It was the San Diego Comic-Con version.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, Summer Convention 2019. It says it's limited to 10,000 pieces. Again, it's still only $50. Kind of entertaining. I like the look of it, even though he's got the pink bunny slippers, which is kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a taco truck, chimichanga truck, that's all destroyed, and that's kind of what he's on.
Yeah.
Right. What do you like about this one?
First of all, I just like the fact that it is Deadpool, but I also just love the fact that they did something a bit creative with it. Instead of him just standing there, kind of like with the Reverse Flash one down there, where he's just standing there. I like how they have rubble around it, and I like all the details they put into it. Like you can just tell what type of face he's making underneath the mask. Yeah. Which is kind of one thing about Deadpool. Between Deadpool and Spider-Man, that's one thing you always notice is how much facial expression they show through a mask.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I especially the fact that he's doing the finger gun instead of an actual gun.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's family friendly.
Yeah. I like the size of it. I think it's a cool.
Perfect size.
It's a good size. I can't remember what scale this actually is.
Yeah.
It's 10 inches tall. It's made with PVC. It says collectible quality paint applications, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is probably. This is the statue that we've kind of discussed repainting, because both of us, we do painting for Warhammer and everything. Yeah. And so one of the things we kind of talked about was repainting it, because there's certain things on this that there's no real weathering.
Yeah, sure. Right? Yeah, show the weird rust effect that they tried to do.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. So there's little things here and there. I mean, that's what you get in a $50 statue, right?
Yeah.
And
we'll probably do a video on the repaint.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we'll do a repaint video on it, on just kind of redoing the entire thing, I think. We were talking about just doing small details.
Yeah.
Right? But the more we looked into it, the better it might be for us just to go ahead and just repaint the whole thing. It might be faster just to airbrush it and do some things that we know how to do because of the Warhammer game.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, it would look pretty cool and make good video content.
Yeah. So, video content. Okay.
Yeah, and overall, though, it's still a really creative statue. I mean, one thing we did notice is that this is a repaint,
Yes.
rather than the normal one. And this is where the other part of our discussion of why we should repaint is, because the original, the amount of detail they put into the original was
Yeah.
monumentous.
It was on the original it was red and black, right?
Yeah.
And the detail in the paint job
My God.
was much better. We'll show it up there. You might be able to see it right now. But
I mean, even the black even looked nice. Like on
Yeah.
here, the black just looks.
yeah, the red is shaded a lot more, so you can see the muscles and everything.
Yeah, and like the creases, you could see a lot more from it.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. So that's the kind of thing we're probably gonna do with this one, just a little bit, because there's little things we can do.
Yeah.
It's just some simple shading and everything. So
Yeah, it is a lot of simple shading that just needs to be done. Like just a few coats of Nolan oil too would
Yeah.
do the trick.
But like I said, for just a gift to someone that really enjoys Deadpool, yeah, it's a good statue.
Next up, we're going to do Dawnbreaker, one of my favorite statues. One of the first statues I've collected.
Yeah, so this is one of the first ones you got, right? I
Yep.
mean, your mom bought it for you for Christmas or
Yeah,
something.
with
So Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker is from the Darkest Night
Darkest Night, Dark Knight Metal.
Yeah, Dark Knight Metal. So he's one of the Batman from one of the different universes, multiverses.
Yep. His backstory is the fact that on his Earth, Bruce Wayne didn't show any fear or anything, like any type of emotion when his parents were killed. Thus, bringing forth a Green Lantern ring, due to the fact that he didn't show fear, because that's one of the things that Green Lanterns look for, is the great power to not show fear. And because of that, he all of a sudden tried to use it to kill the person who killed his parents.
Right.
But the Green Lantern ring doesn't usually allow them to kill. And he had such willpower that it actually overcharged the ring and then broke it, which is why it's not a bright green whenever you see him, because it's broken, and he used it to kill them. And in which forth brought upon the cool bats that you see on there, and just
Yeah.
I think it even like beat him up a bit. I can't remember why he looks the way he did. Like throughout the comic, they had a few different changes in his costume, which was a bit odd to us. But
Yeah, there was a little bit. Well, they changed the artists a little bit too.
yeah,
But that's one of the things I really like about this one is the base. So the base has all the bats and even the bat heads and everything in it.
yeah. Like I mentioned that in the Superman one of how I found the creative ways to make it look like a superhero is floating or in any type of pose. This is one of them.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't even actually truly have like a base on the bottom like a lot of statues do. They'll have like a straight up base. So this one is straight up. It's green, and if you could even put a light under it.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I've been tempted to try that sometime soon. So then it lights up, and I just like the amount of detail they put into it, with like from like it looking cloudy all the way to showing like the flying effects of the bats,
Right.
without making it look too weird or too insane. It's the perfect combination. The green is nice and shiny on his armor, just like it should be.
Yeah.
And I love of how, if you look closely at his mouth, it's all like busted up on the side, just like in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's really cool. There will probably be a few pictures up to show basically like of what he would look like right next to him, or just in general while I'm explaining the story would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like overall it looks cool. It looks a lot like from the comic, and the paint job's amazing. Like it's not like with the Deadpool, like as much as I like it, I haven't had like any sort of problems with the paint at all. Like it hasn't come off, nothing. Like
No, and it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Again, this is $50. It's a Diamond Select, and there's a few different ones that go along with the Darkest Night Metals.
there is Batman Drowned, I think, is the Aquaman version.
There's the Red Death one.
Yeah, that's
that
what
one.
I'm
That one's
trying to
cool.
get.
So that's the Flash one.
Yep, the Batman Who Laughs, which looks awesome, by the way.
That one looks cool. But yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So.
then finally, we shall do good old Reverse Flash. Tiny, but big things come in small packages, they say.
Yeah, so Reverse Flash here. So this is from the TV show version. This is from Kobukuya. Kobukuya. So it's a 1/10 scale art FX statue. And it's magnetized to the base.
Yeah, it even has a different symbol that you can change out. It's not here because I didn't want to carry that all the way over here.
And it was a pain in the butt to actually swap out.
Oh yeah, we never even got it to swap out.
No. So you were supposed to be able to swap it out, but without breaking it in some way, I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of a cool little statue.
The head's supposed to light up, but the batteries, when we got it, they were very low. So
yeah, the eyes light up because the head comes off, and that's where you replace the batteries. And there's a little switch in there where you can turn the eyes on and off.
Yeah. In fact, I used this as an example with that statue, saying of how it'd be cool if they could have made the eyes light up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So I really like this one because they weathered the suit. Right, it's dirty.
Just like the show of how it fades to a black, which is one of the reasons why I like the show's Reverse Flash look. I mean, I like all versions of Reverse Flash.
Right.
But I've always had a soft spot for the one from the CW because he looks super cool in it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. He's a little smaller than the other ones, right? Like I said, 1/10 scale.
It's like the size of an action figure.
Yeah, he's a little bit more detailed than the other ones.
Yeah, which is surprising.
And so he's still about the same price. I have a Superman version of the Kobukuya or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a Superman version of the same thing.
We also had a Cyborg,
there.
and then I don't remember what happened.
No, Cyborg came from the Loot Crate.
Oh yeah, the Loot Crate.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same thing. It magnetizes to the base. The base it says Superman on it, and stuff along those lines. And it's cool. It's kind of similar too. It's got some of the shininess to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's all in all it's really nice, especially for anybody who does like the show. I mainly only like the first season, so when we thought it was gonna be bigger when we first ordered it. It was funny, like when he handed us the statue, we were like, I could just sense like that feeling in the room of all throughout our heads. And as we walked out, I was just about to say it. My dad goes, "I thought it would be bigger." I was like, "That's what I was gonna say."
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
It was much smaller than I expected.
But it's nice because it fits in almost any spot in my room. So
yeah. But again, like I said, these are the ones you can just get your LCS, your local comic book store, and everything. All these retail right around $50. You'd be impressed with some of the ones you can get.
Oh yeah.
So we'll do a couple more later on as we gather a couple more. Like we're talking about, like we said, Harley Quinn, Venom, the other one. So we can.
The Flash. Yeah. Is definitely what we will do. Like we're gonna do a bigger one of Flash. Kind of like the Superman one you said, right?
We're going to at some point. So it's the Rebirth 1/6 scale. So I'll put a picture up there and show you what it is. And so final thoughts.
Other than the fact that we should do this more often, not much.
All right. Again, give us a subscribe if you enjoy the videos. Like and comment down below if you want to see something specific. We'll do a video each week. So thank you very much, and talk to you later.
See you in the next one.